Hello there, I'm Trevor Folley from Linden Learning. Questions are the go-to tool for a coach. So I thought it might be interesting, just from time to time, if I put a few questions out there and invite you to consider whether you think each would be helpful or less so in a coaching conversation. And then I'll unpack them a little. I'm going to give the questions up front, so if you want to, you can pause and consider them or maybe discuss them with other people. The three questions are: why did you do that? What are you trying to achieve? And then a nice short one: what else? Let's kick off with, why did you do that? What do you think? Useful? Less so? If you've been following me, then you'll know that I think why questions are overrated. And this is chiefly because they can sound more like a comment on what should or shouldn't be the case, rather than a genuine inquiry. So instead, go for, what are you trying to achieve? Now, this can be a great question. It points someone forward. It also sets up a couple of powerful follow-ups. Firstly, how will you know you've been successful? This invites someone to paint a picture of what they're aiming for. And one step further, who will benefit and how? Now we're encouraging them to reflect on what makes it worthwhile. What will motivate them? Then that short one, what else? We want a coaching conversation to go a little deeper than maybe people are used to. Encouraging them to stay with a topic a little longer can reveal an insight that might have been lurking in the shadows, just because they hadn't quite spent enough time exploring or looking around or considering things. So what else gives them permission to do that? So, avoid why questions. They can sometimes feel like a judgment on you rather than a question. But do encourage someone to focus on the purpose of what they're aiming for, their intentions. And also use questions to invite someone to think a little longer and more broadly than they might typically do with their friends or their colleagues. They don't have to worry about hogging the conversation. After all, the conversation is purely for them. So do you agree with me, or do you have a different view? I'd love to hear from you, so drop me a comment below.